Good day and welcome to another edition of our tutorial Introduction to Statistical Analysis and Machine Learning with Python. Today we'll be concluding data analysis with Pandas. So basically today we'll be treating merging, joining and concatenating. There are three main ways of combining data frames together, which are merging, joining and concatenating. In this lecture we'll discuss three methods with examples. So basically this is our data. We are creating our data frame 1, data frame 2 and data frame 3. So we print out our data frame 1. This is what it looks like. Then data frame 2 looks like this. Then data frame 3 looks like this. You can, if you notice anything, if you notice our rows here are 0, 1, 2, 3. Then continue here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's that. Then to concatenate them together, basically what we do is concatenating glues together data frame. Keep in mind that dimensions should match along the axis you are concatenating on. You can use pd.concat and pass a list of data frame to concatenate together. So basically what this is telling us is, okay, this pd.concat, then we are passing a list of the data frame we want to concatenate together. And mind you, the reason why we didn't come here and say axis equals 1 like we did here is because by default Pandas will give us axis equals 0. That's why we are not saying axis equals 1 or 0 there. So you can see it's concatenated them on the row axis. That's on the x-axis. But if you want it on the y-axis, you have to put axis equals 1. And you can see it actually concatenated them. Put this one here, then this one here, because they don't share the same row index, so it's hard to concatenate them like this. So that's why we are having something like this, a lot of missing values there. So here is another example. So right and left. So these are our left and these are our right. So basically what we want to do here is merging. So we are doing inner merging here. So merging functions allow you to merge data together using the similar logic of merging SQL tables together. For example, merge left, right, that is merge left and right. How? Inner merging, then on key, that is this key here. So we run this here, you can see what we have. We said on key, that's k1, k2, k3. So you can see k1, k2, k3 here, k0, k1, k2, k3. And you can see C and D, then A and B are merged. You can see A, B, C, D. So it's more like you are merging on a particular column, which is this. So the column that they both have in common, that's where the inner merging comes in. So now to the more complicated aspect. Then on key one and key 2. So basically we want to merge on key 1 and key 2. That's key 1 and key 2, key 1, key 2 here. So if we merge there, you can see k1, k0, k1, k1, k0, k0, k0. And you see here k0, 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 k1, k1, k2. Same thing here. So that's how we merge on double keys. So merging, outer merging is basically like what we did there, but instead of just picking the common and bringing them together, it will replicate them. That is k0, k0, k1, k1. You can see it merge them side by side like that. So that's that on that. So then merging, right merging. So here's another type of merging. Here's another type. The reason why I didn't really dwell much on this and this is because the major one I use is this. And I believe if you don't have a really complicated work to do, you don't have to merge that way. So this is the major way I just concatenate on either the x-axis or on the y-axis. So that's majorly what I do. But if you need to merge, you can use any of these operations, study them and understand them better. Then joining, joining is a convenient method for combining the columns of two potential different index data frame into a single result data frame. So here is a data frame, here is another data frame. They both have index k0, k1, k2, k0, k2, k3. So if we run this, if we join left to right, you see what happens here. You can see it maintains just its own column. The column this one has uniquely, it did not bring it into the operation. You can see this has index, I said column instead of row. I meant row actually. Row K0, K1, K2, K0, K2, K3, and you see what we have K0, K1, K2. That's because we are joining on the left, so that's why it's having this. So it's just dispose of the K3, and we join, and if we say outer, it will join everything actually. So it will now have missing values for the K3 and K1 that they don't have in common, but the inner join will just join on just what the left has. So that's on that. So operations, there are a lot of operations with pandas that will be really useful to you, but don't fall into any distinct category. Let's show them here in this lecture. So basically what we have here is colon 1, 2, 3, 4, colon 2 this, colon 3 this. So we made them into a data frame df.head. You can see what we have. Then info on unique values. So if we want to get unique values in colon 2, you can see we have 3 unique values in column 2. Number of unique values will give us 3. You can see this one will print it out. This n unique will give us number of unique values. Value counts will give us the number of this. That's we have 2 of 444 in column 1. Then we have 1 of column 2. Yeah, that's that on that. Then selecting data. We've done this the other time actually. That's where we are saying okay, when colon greater than 2 and colon equal 444. So if we run that and we print out our this, you can see it's giving us the row with this together. But if we put the pipe here, you will get a different answer. So if we run this now, you can see we are getting a different answer, but we are actually using the AND. People call it the ampersand. I call it AND operator because that's what it does. Helps me to remember. Then we can apply function times 2. That's just multiply everything in a particular row or column times 2. So column 1 apply times 2. If we apply that, we just multiply everything in that column by times 2. Then we can apply length, we can apply sum, and the likes like that. Permanent removal of colon. So you can just delete a particular colon. Just use del. This one you don't need to use in place to automatically delete it. So that's on that. Then getting colon and index name. So df.colons, then df.index give us all the index that we have. So sorting and ordering a data frame. So here is it. Then it will sort it here, but by default in place equals false. That's what I'm writing here. But if we add true here, it will replace. It will reorder the data in our data set and use this particular order we just sorted out. So it will sort it from the lowest to the highest. That's on that. Then df dot is now that's this to check if we have missing variables in our data. So and you can see it's all false. That is there's no null data. Then drop any. It just drop the places. The row where we have not a number. So here is another one. So we are giving it not a number here, not a number. So we say fill any with fill to actually fill this. We've done this in the first tutorial actually on this data analysis with pandas. So we are creating another data frame here. So here is another data frame. So pivot table. So pivot table, I used this the first time I worked with pivot table was in Excel. So what we do in pivot table is just okay, value D and this and this. So we run that, you can see we made our index A and B. You can see that. Then we call column 3. This column 3, column C, sorry. Column C to be our colons. So that's column C to be our colons. Then we arrange these ones, D into the rows and columns of our index and our new column. So that's what we use pivot table for. Probably you want to order companies by store, or you want to order company by something else, you can use the pivot table. Don't worry, we use pivot table in one of our future tutorials when we start doing exploratory data analysis. So data input and output. So basically we can read data into pandas, we can read data out of pandas. So read data into pandas is just importing data into it. Then reading out is just exporting data out of pandas. So to read CSV files, this is the major data type I use. SQL files and CSV files are the major data types I use. So here is read.csv. So we read in this example file, so then we can export it. And the reason why we put index equals false here is when we're importing, index did not come with our data. So while exporting, if we don't put index equals false, it will export it with the indexes and it will change the form your data is supposed to take. So that's why we put index equals false, and so just export it like that. Then working with Excel, here we need to install a particular library, which I can Pandas create and write Excel file. Keep in mind, this is only import data, not formula or image. Having image or micro may cause a read Excel method to crash. So here, so you can see we read in an Excel file, that's XLSX. Then we are given the sheet number. Then we can export again here too. So that's that. Then to read in HTML file, we need to install LXML, HTML5lib, Beautiful Soup 4. So we need to install that, restart our Jupyter Notebook. Then we need to now, okay, we now run this. For example, I've installed, wow, I've not installed it, so that's why it's giving me this error here. But let me quickly try and install it here. So let me just insert a new cell above here. Starting a new cell above there, then copy this, paste it here, and let me just check my internet connection. Okay, I'm connected already. Let's check. Pip install. Oh, this is getting interesting. Okay, let me just use the command prompt. So after installing all the libraries you need to install, then you can see it's telling me requirement already satisfied. So I don't know why this is giving me an error in the first place. So pd.read this. Let me just check what the error is saying actually. Get address info field. I guess probably the URL is no longer in use or something, but I would definitely come back to this and treat with you. Then the SQL part, you can always just, I'll post this script on my GitHub repo so that you can have access to it, so that we won't have to run beyond our 12 minutes limit. So thank you and see you in the next tutorial. And mind you, the assignment to this tutorial, the link to the assignment for this series will be in the description section. The link to it will be in the description section. Check and try and attend all the assignments, because I can only make you understand programming. I can only make you understand data analysis. I can't actually make you master it. The only way to master is by you attempting problems and solving them. Like this video if you love what we've done so far. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you and God bless.